Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Exactville. Okay, so I've had a few comments. Some of you are not too thrilled with me spending forever and ever to build these kind of bridges. Others of you would love to see me building these bridges, so I'll keep them in, but I will try and avoid spending too much time on them. Okay, in this episode, what I'm going to do is I am going to fill up this area over here. I'm going to also provide a railway station somewhere over here, and I'm going to connect the cable car to the railway station as a multimodal interchange over there. And yes, and we will try and sort out a bit more public transport. We are playing mass transit, so we might as well focus a little bit on public transport. Oh, this is still emptying. Okay, fine. We might as well focus on public transport a little bit more. Okay. What I am going to do, right, first thing is I am going to raise this, get this road to go over the railway line. It's going to be pretty good over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop it in. There's no real topo requirements over here, so actually what I'm going to do is it's about 27 till there, so let me see about raising this up 6/10. Yeah, just like that, like over 10. There we go, 6, and then we'll do another 6 to 12 meters, just like over there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cross it like this. Just a basic cross like that. Okay. Okay, let's see about that. Just a basic cross. I don't want it to be too intense. Wonder if hang on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and switch off these snapping things. This is exactly what I'm after. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more room, just like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I am going to switch all the snapping back on. Okay, and then actually that was a mistake. Apologies. I'm wasting your time again. So, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to drop it by 6 like that over 10, and now I'm going to switch on because I think I've straightened that up quite well, and now I'm going to drop it by another 6 over like 9 like this, and there we go. It's not perfect angles, and I never intend them to necessarily be perfect angles. This is just kind of what you would do. Okay, so now let's see about running this a little bit like so. And how will we do this? Are we gonna, yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna run it here, and then we're gonna cut straight across it again. As the rail bends, we're gonna cross to that side. And this cable car though, how are we gonna, we'll have the station over here somewhere. I think we might even do a little bit of a bypass, and the station might go onto that. Okay, but let's keep going, and we're gonna cross it again. So now this time around we're gonna up it by 6 again. There we go. Up it a further 6 like so, and like so. Just trim it back a little. Yeah, just 10 like that. We're gonna cut straight across it, just like this, maybe a little bit more, and then we're gonna start dropping it again back down to 6 over 10. Yeah, there we go, and then back down to 0 over another like 11 like that, and let's just run it straight from there, and that's it. I am happy with this road running straight through. The intention was to have it cut over the top of the railway line. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to put in place the railway station. So before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upgrade this section of road so that I don't have to move the railway. Okay, so the railway station, of course. Okay, let's go to the railway station and get it in place. Just the standard one, right? That stock standard. I'm going to put it nice and in the middle over there. It's not unheard of to have a railway line or a railway station off of a big main street, arterial main street. But because I don't necessarily intend to move it when I upgrade, I have actually allowed it. Well, I've upgraded the road in anticipation of eventually doing it in the future. So for now, what we're going to do is we are going to maintain the running of utilities along the side of this main road and even further. Okay, we still don't have electricity out here. I might run a bit of a token electricity line out here just because it frustrates me if the thing is constantly flickering. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to run it along the railway line, but unfortunately it's not going to fit underneath it, so I'll have to now do something to go over the top of it. There is luckily no problem in doing so, cutting over the top of this, and then we'll just go down, and it's probably going to end up being a temporary solution in the long run. But running power lines alongside a railway line is by no means strange. It is quite common practice to do so. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got that up and running, so let me see about quickly tying in the rail line itself, and I'm going to maintain it like this so that there is indeed a bypass track. Okay, I don't want it to be doing that though. Let's shall we see? What I'll do is I'll just pop it in there. Wow, that is pretty bad though. Oh, that was pretty nice actually. There we go. Nice, that's very good. And let's tie it in there. Wow, that looks quite good, really quite good. And let's do the same thing on this side. Hang on, let's just do it. Just start it fairly straight. I'm not actually snapping at the moment, which is okay. I don't mind it not snapping. I just would like to get it a little bit further away. I would like a little bit of room there, and I think that is going to be okay. I might take the mover tool and just tweak it ever so slightly over there, just so that is a little bit straighter. I am thinking that is about right just there, and the same thing, I'll just straighten it up a little bit like that. How is that? That is pretty good. The train can bypass quite easily. Let me see about doing a similar thing on this side. Not sure it is really required. Move it please. But that is doing a much better job at... Oh, look at that. How is that for a decent rail connection? Oh, I'm loving it. That is looking much better. Okay guys, oops, wrong button yet again. Perfect, so that is our railway connection done. What I'm now going to do is I am probably going to... We need to lay this out though. But what I need to do is I need to take this, right, and won't be the end product. Can we switch snapping back on please? Let's just see if that does anything. Yes, so now it's at least doing this kind of thing. So I'm just going to have it run straight over here, and we'll end it off Or shall we? We can actually run it straight over there. But if I run it straight, 100% straight, I can actually have a station on this side with a bit of a pedestrian bridge over the top of it. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep running it straight to there, and I might redo this line. Okay, so now I want to end of the line cable station, just say right there. Thank you very much. And I want to also do a bit of a crossing, pedestrian bridge kind of crossing thing at this very location, and I might do a little bit of a mid-town station over here, so we've got a pretty decent public transport system linked up that way. Okay, let's quickly do our pedestrian bridge. This was in here, right? These things. Was there anything else that I needed to do? Anyway, no, we're just going to stick with this, the 9-meter overpass to the back. Actually, not to the back, to the left and to the right. The left one, the right one over here, and we need to switch on anarchy. I'm going to do that, so there's the right one, and it's going to be a right one on this side as well. And that, in my opinion, is going to be a pretty damn good bridge connection right there. So let me get this one and tie it over there. And how about that? That is a pretty decent interchange, if I say so myself. That is going to be pretty spectacular. And let's go over here and let's finish it off quickly. So I'm going to just pop out that one, and then I'm going to run this one straight in there, and there we go. Our first cable car line that'll actually do a bit of working is going to go there. Okay, I see we're getting a bit of a trash problem over here, so let me solve that straight away by placing a bit of an incineration plant up here too. I think that should be fine. Let's pop it up there, and we'll have something working from this angle. Okay, now we'll start seeing passengers, I'm hoping. The next thing I want to do here is start by laying out this area. And maybe what I need to do is I need to straighten this one up a little bit, but I'm a little bit worried about everything running 100% straight through here. I'm not a big fan of it. And we obviously need to solve the traffic over here, but I do want to get this area built and maybe leave that for the next one, for the next episode. So let's see about getting let's see about getting this one running in there. Maybe what I'm thinking is maybe what we should do is we should meander this one a little bit. Just a little. I'm not going to go overboard with it. We're going to meander it a little bit. Like so, see? And we might meander it back. Just a tad. I don't want to lose too much efficiency through all of this meandering, but I am liking a decent bit of meander in it over there. Okay, let's leave that as is. I am thinking that is pretty good. Woof. What I am also thinking is that we might bridge this thing all together, which we might do shortly. And how will we do that though? Yeah, if we bridge this one, a proper big road, yeah, I'm not too sure we can, and then we'll run it straight across here. That might be an idea for us. However, we've got a bit of a bridge constraint on that side. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Let's see about tying these guys together. We are snapping again, so I would like to look at something like that. Just do a straight line straight off there, like so. I'm liking that idea. And a straight line like that. I think that is looking good. Also, what I'm keen on doing before we get too far is I am looking at maybe adding a service road, a freeway kind of service road alongside here. So let's see about doing that. I don't want it too close there. So let's see about starting it off here and then running it alongside. And maybe, to be honest, what I should rather do is I should rather run the one-way lane. Or shall I do a two-lane? I think a two-lane is probably better. Let's run a two-lane. Two-lane, and I want to run it close by. Oh, so let's turn snapping off again. The snapping is more of an issue most of the time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it like this. Yeah, I'm going to like that. Okay. I'm going to run it like that. And extend it through here. And then we need to tie it back in. So that's going to be a service road alongside the freeway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this bad boy and I'm going to hook it up like that. So that's access into the service road, and I'm going to do it back out like so. So that gives me a two-lane service road that allows me the ability to put some stuff on the road. On here, I want to just make sure we straighten this up as much as possible. I want to have it pretty close to the main freeway. I don't want it to be a problem. And what I'm also going to do, so let's get out of move it. Then I'm going to extend Walker Street over here and tie that into the main line, and I'm going to switch snapping back on to see about getting a nice straight angle in there. This is not what I'm after. Can I please just get the normal two-way, and let's just upgrade that to go into a normal two-way. So there we go. Right, so this gives me a bit of a service road off of the highway. It allows me a bit of better access in this general area. I've got Ward Street running through here quite nicely, and now I'm actually thinking about what else can I do to get this a decent shape. Okay, this is a residential area, or some kind of nice residential area. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and run a few straight lines at least. Maybe a little bit this way though. Maybe a little bit like that. Yeah. A few straight lines like so, with a bit of a tree lining in there actually. And what I can actually do is I can actually curve this back and tie it in there, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this bad boy to curve back in like so. Yeah, that's a pretty decent nice curve there. And then I'm just going to do a bit of a sharpish join over here, and I would like to get that as close to 90 degrees over there as possible. Not perfect, but I think that should kind of do. Okay, so that's a pretty good move that I've got going over there. And I am thinking what I'm doing is I'll do a similar thing. Hang on a little bit. Hang on. I'm going to cut that back. Just cut that back a little bit. What I'm going to do here is, let's pause the game. There's a bit of time left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to resolve this issue through by doing a few things. So this, in my mind, is going to become almost a standard overpass over the top of the highway. So let me, actually, if I run it straight through, that could actually tie in nicely over there. So I'm just going to run this one straight through there, okay? So let's rise it up by 6 meters. Rise it up by another 6 to there. Cut it straight across. Yeah, like that. And then start dropping it 6 meters like so, and the rest over there. There we go. That's a nice overpass bridge right there. What I'll then do is I'll trim trim this one back a little bit more, and what we're going to do is we're going to tie it in over there like so. There we go. Now that's a nice section of bridge straight over the top there. How is that angle? How is that slope looking? Nice and gradual. Okay, now we don't necessarily want to remove the ability for trucks to get out of here. But what we could in fact do is, what I'm thinking of doing is maybe this one will be our exit, while this one will be our entry route, and I might in that case do a bit of a one-way setup right over here. So let me see about actually getting a freeway ramp, and I want it to be as straight as we can, and drop it down. So let's drop it down 6 over like 9. Yeah, that should be fine. Hang on, I do want to see about getting that fairly straight aligned with the road. So something like that. And then I'm going to drop it down a little bit more. Oh, and we've got anarchy switched on, so now that is a problem. So let's ramp that back that way, and as a final touch, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie that in nice and gradual like so. So this will be our turn back exit route towards the highway over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upgrade a little section over here, just because that's how you do it. And I'm going to use the traffic president to just make sure our line connections are done properly. And this one goes over there. Then over here we'll have that one and this one merged together with that one being free flow like so. What I could also do is, let's pop out of traffic president, and I'm going to use move it to see about shift like that, to see about tying it in a little bit better. Oh, that's not really working. That's not quite what I had in mind. I was hoping, yeah, it's not the node. I don't have the problem with the node. How? Anyway, I don't think I'm going to fix this, not with move it. So just let's leave it be. Now it doesn't look perfect. So Peter's Bridge over here, it is a bit of a tight angle. It's not an impossible angle though. We will see how the trucks make use of it. But how on earth am I going to make use of a better truck access point into this area? And you know what I can do is actually do the opposite on this side. No, but why would you actually do that though? You would just ramp it up here. But I don't want to ramp them up. Trucks don't necessarily have to ramp up. If we can get a better arrangement for them somewhere else. This is not a bad arrangement. And what we might do, to be honest, is we might actually grab a one lane one way section, and we'll tie it in like so. So that gives our trucks a proper access point straight into that area over there. Okay, and let's get this back and running. Okay, so these guys will have access back down there. Let's have a look at how that turn works. It is a bit of a slow turn. I might have to do a better turn radius for it over there. Wow, these guys are all making a U-turn because now they've missed their exit. Okay, so, and now they might go over across and run this way. That's fine. The idea is that the guys coming in here should not be making their U-turn, right? They should just, oh my goodness. Are they doing the turn? I don't know. I think let's just get this traffic to clear. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. I might have to make a bit of a better turn here. But I'm not going to focus on that now. I am going to start by laying out this section of the town here. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do a few ones like this. I'm going to actually maybe not the first one. I'm not going to connect the first one through there. And since I'm not connecting the first one through, I might bring it a little bit closer. Yeah, like so. Then the second one I'll connect through. Then I'll have one that's not going to connect through. It's just going to run like that. And what I can also then do is have one like this that could connect through, right? Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad, but I'm going maybe I'll put it right in there, and that'll connect through like that. So that's the shape that we're talking about over here. Likewise, I think we're going to do a similar thing over here. What we might do is we might keep that one, and I am kind of thinking that we should run something along like this. Yeah, just like that, and we might tie that in over here. Oops, not quite what I had in mind. Like that. How does that look? I think that looks pretty good. That is a pretty non-standard bit of layout that we've got going over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a bit of a commercial district. Probably start out with a bit more detail here. I don't want to do that, so don't do that. I'm going to start and run the commercial zone over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do nice large residential areas like so. See about how that works. I'm going to run it through here and through there and do the same thing here. I'm going to fill this area up nicely with it, and like so, and like that, and like this. No, maybe that's a little bit close. That's a little bit close. Let's trim those back and see how that goes. And let's fill up this commercial section over here too. I would like to fill it up nicely. Hang on, let's stop over there and let's keep that clear. Maybe we want to do something with this, but there's a bridge in the way over there, so that won't necessarily work well. What we'll also need obviously is a bit of water connection, and I don't want to snap this, I just want to run it along the side of the road. Something like that all the way up to that one there. We'll run a similar one through there, and along there, and along there, and along there. And we'll do one along this side, and that side, and that side, and actually kind of see about connecting it straight up that way. We'll tie this one in here, and then we'll tie that back that way. So we are starting to see a bit of action over here, a bit of growth. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump it across there as a temporary arrangement yet again. We might actually keep the one along the side of the rail, but that is starting to look pretty nice, and we are growing our city in the right direction. So how is this going? We have practically removed any big traffic woes by having a bit of a bridge that connects back onto the freeway. We've got this one working well as a one-way bit of traffic through there. The speed might be a little bit slow, and that actually goes all the way and connects into this railway station. We've got this cable car arrangement, and we're starting to see some passengers that can make use of it over here. Over here we've got, it's just 8 for the line, right? And 38 up here. Okay, excellent. So I'll also do something in the middle here somewhere, part of a big high density residential area, which I think will work very well. I think this area is going to be a very nice high density residential area. I can also similarly do a crossing to that side if we extend this in this general area. So guys, that's the further extension of this town. We've added a little bit more infrastructure onto the highway over here. We've added a few more bridges across the rail, and I think this is becoming a pretty nice linear city. We obviously have a lot of infill to do, but I am quite happy with it. Something is funny. Something might be funny over here. It's Lafayette Hills, but it's not quite coming and popping up nicely. Anyway, it's good, looking nice. I wanted to get to public transport routes, though I don't quite have that up and running just yet. I'll start focusing on that in the next episode. I also want to obviously link up our bus routes to our rail stations and see how we can do that. And I would, as a bit of a project, like to run this rail line in this reserve somehow to some sort of railway station, maybe in here as a little one that can kind of have this area as a catchment as well as that area. This is kind of still working, I think, and this, then we'll see how that goes. The rail might actually extend through the interchange and go wherever it needs to go. Also, since we have the river on this side, we've got the rail over here and the river on this side. The river could potentially actually do act as a ferry route, but we'll get to all of that in due course. We've got a bit of a trash problem over here, but we'll also look at that in the next episode. Okay guys, I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines Exactly. We've been playing Exactville. If you've liked this episode, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and see what else I've got in store. Okay, thank you, bye bye.